This is the time, this is the place, and this is FC3 Monkey Business, your one-stop shop for everything geeky. And since everything is geeky, if you love it enough, you never know what you're going to get. This is your host, IMC. Join us this week for our new installment, FC3 Nerd World News.
Oh, I should have found sound.
I know, it's all right. It's all good. We'll do it again. After that, stick around for our everyday hero and our question of the week.
Woohoo!
Yay.
See, other podcasts that are out there can have production quality, and they can have music, and they can have the topics, but they don't have this silky smooth voice hanging out behind them. Come on.
You're starting to sound like Barry White.
No, seriously. Oh, you know
I
what?
just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
I think Welcome to Night Vale begs to differ.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Night Vale?
Welcome to
Well,
Night
hello
Vale.
there. Anyway. Oh my God. But with me, as always, the legendary Billy DeTore. Hello,
Hi.
Billy.
Hi,
and,
Chris.
And Tanya's giggling her little brains out over there.
Oh, hi.
You hear intern Becca. Becca
Hello.
is here 2 weeks in a row before she heads back off to school. Where are you going to school again?
Clarkson.
She's at Clarkson. It's the
Congratulations,
last
that's
train to
awesome.
Clarkson. Wait, no, that's never mind. And
Like train to Georgia?
no, I was
Clarksville.
thinking of the monkeys.
The Monkeys, last train to Clarksville.
Clarksville.
Clarksville. I know I said Clarkson, but the bouncing baby boy is in house today. How you doing, Ian? He's enjoying the fact that he has a room all to himself now.
Well, he had a room all to himself, and now he's got 2 rooms all to himself.
Now he's got 2 rooms on. He's a man of many. He's a real estate mogul in training at the moment.
One's a lot cleaner than the other one, from what I understand.
Producers extraordinaire, Chris and Sherry are in the house today.
Yes, we are.
Morning.
Sherry is going to make sure she actually talks into the microphone and not next to
I
it.
am.
No, you're not.
I was
I hate
looking
my
for
headphones.
something.
Okay. And then, of course, since Chris and Sherry are here, we have the monk. Hello.
Who is also heading back to school, too.
Yep.
Yep.
You
And
sound
you're-
thrilled.
Well,
Well,
who enjoys school?
I actually really enjoy school. I'm a little apprehensive because I have 4 courses that are completely online,
Uh-huh.
but I need to take them
You
because
do.
they're a requirement for my major.
That's true.
Oh, honey, if you need any support whatsoever, my son's taking courses online. You just send me a text.
Yep, reach out to the Tanya. Tanya
I've taken online.
Tanya is the savior of many of a
Mother's
child.
never taken any. So
So
I'm just not good with them. I forget to do stuff.
Honey, you need to write stuff down on a schedule.
So Lana, this is your 3rd year at college?
Yes.
Okay, and Becca, you're going into your freshman year.
Yep.
You're back to the little fish in the big pond. She's starting
Actually.
from actually.
Big fish in a small pond, if you ask the director of the honors program.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And how did that happen?
It's a massive joke there.
Oh, I see.
Because the director of the honors program always harps on being a big fish in a little pond.
Okay. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Well, we're happy that your thing is here at the moment, so that's good. And so we're going to be doing some news today. That's it right there.
it's all you.
Yeah,
It's all
it
me.
is all. Yeah.
That's all. So we'll start off right off the top of the order here. Weird Al Yankovic got a Hollywood Walk of Fame star. I think that's about damn time.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Hollywood has always been a place where executives and talent dare to be stupid, sign fat paychecks, and act all white and nerdy, and occasionally they eat it when their gambles fail. So who better for the town to honor than Weird Al Yankovic? While he's been spending most of his life living in a songwriter's paradise. Man, you really threw it out there on this one.
Oh, I didn't write this.
Okay. As his career has been kept adapting, it's now time for him to get walked on when his name becomes part of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yankovic announced the honor in a tweet earlier. Earlier the other day. The time has finally come, August 27th at 11:30. I'll be getting my very own star, he's quoted as saying, on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, 6914 Hollywood Boulevard, right across from the Chinese Theater. The ceremony is free and open to the public, so if you're in that neck of the woods, head on over and see Weird Al get his thing. Michael Jackson, who's probably the most notable target of Yankovic's parodies over the years, has his star nearby at 6927 Hollywood Boulevard on the other side of the street. It'd be funny if they were directly adjacent, but Al deserves his own spotlight, particularly in the wake of a national tour that spotlighted all of his original songwriting. It's probably about even money that he writes a song about the experience of getting his name on this famous sidewalk.
I would bet that.
That's good stuff.
He was my first tape.
Really?
Yes. Cassette tape. Do you guys know what those are?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I know Monk does.
Being introduced to
still
Dr.
own some.
Demento when I was like 12, 13 years old, and then Dan, of course, being huge into parodies and weird things and all stuff off center. When Weird Al hit the scene finally, one of his first fans was definitely Dan Carmen. It's just a given.
Another one rides the bus. It was on Dr. Demento.
Yep.
Like I said, my first tape was Weird Al. It was Weird Al in 3D.
Weird Al in 3D. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever? That was like a second or third album.
Yeah,
That
I
was
know.
the
But
one
that
with
was my
Edie.
first cassette.
No,
ever.
I'm saying that's
It's early. It's early.
Yeah, wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
And did
'cause we're getting
who
old.
here in the panel today? Who saw his movie UHF?
Who owns it?
Who owns it? Yeah. Half the hands went up. Half the hands are like, what?
I have a question.
You guys need to
Go
have
ahead,
a
Ian.
Twinkie with
Is
a
a
hot
cassette
dog.
tape a medieval teleportation device?
I am going to hurt you.
Would you
Splat.
Splat.
You know, I have a new room for you.
Yeah, and I'm
basement.
living in it.
Yeah, no, I'm talking. We're gonna move you out into the backyard.
The attic?
No, you're not. You don't get the
You don't
attic.
get
I'm
the
getting the
attic.
attic.
That's too big of an attic.
No.
But in addition to there was like 300 people nominated
Yeah.
for the Walk of
Is that how it
Fame.
works? I've never understood that process.
Families and friends, and even the celebrities themselves nominate themselves to have a star, but it's only about 20 to 24 people every year that get a star, and then Weird Al Yankovic and his family have to pay the
you have to pay
$40,000 to buy
To get
and
the star.
maintain your star.
Oh,
yeah,
to
you have
maintain
to.
it.
You have to pay for your own star,
your own star on the Walk of Fame.
or
So-
have like a
Organization or-
GoFundMe or something that'll pay for it.
And this year, it's $40,000. A couple of years ago, it was $30,000. But
God.
everyone that has
no clue.
a star on the Walk of Fame
Has to
they
maintain
have
it.
to maintain it and pay for it
What
themselves.
about the people who have passed?
An estate, a
estate or
family
something.
member, fans have done it. In fact, Adam West, his star was paid for through fundraising through an LA DJ by the name of Ralph Garman, who does a podcast with Kevin Smith called Hollywood Babylon, and
okay.
a bunch of organized fans and family members to help pay for Adam West's star.
Huh? I'm wondering, do stars
Imagine
get
that
removed?
Billy knew that.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I'm looking at facts about the stars currently.
What happens when they're defaced?
A
Sorry, I
lot
didn't mean
of-
to just snort you there, Sherry.
A lot of them are put back up. No, that's okay.
Except for one that's probably not going to
There was a rumor when Weird Al announced his that it was going to replace one that was recently defaced, but it's not true.
No.
Darn.
Yeah, we're all too bad.
I'm wondering if his star is going to be a parody of somebody else's. Anyway, all right, moving on.
Should be a moon.
I'll say fictional stars count too. Mickey Mouse has one.
Oh, that's
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah.
How did he pay for it? With Monopoly money or?
You know,
It's probably
Disney.
Disney.
Disney has like chump change. They make $40,000 in like 2 seconds at one of the
They don't
parks.
have any money.
Oh,
What are you talking
Disney?
about?
4 stars have been stolen.
Really? Which ones?
Gregory Peck, Jimmy Stewart, Kirk Douglas, and Gene Autry.
Those are not
So if you
stars I
know-
would predict to have
If you know
stolen.
any old ladies that have a
Yeah, there you go.
It says
That was wrong, Billy.
although it was replaced
But I
immediately,
was
the
so
original
right.
star had never been recovered for Gregory Peck. Jimmy Stewart and Kirk Douglas's, they were recovered from a home of a construction worker who had been tasked with securing them. Because during some construction, the stars on the Walk of Fame were removed for construction and then were supposed to be put back. And
They were going to have stars for Wesley, Buttercup, Indigo, and Fezzik, but the Nazis stole them.
there's a time capsule underneath the Walk of Fame.
Is there really? I wonder what's in. How long ago was it buried?
2010, they buried a time capsule in the same place that the walk
And
originated.
ironically, it's the real corpses of Gregory Peck, Kirk Douglas,
It's on the corner of
Jimmy Stewart.
It's on the corner of Hollywood and Highland. Price is Right icon Bob Barker was on hand to help bury the capsule.
That's going to be unfortunate, Billy, because I don't think Kirk Douglas is dead yet.
Do you know what's in there?
He's like,
He is now.
hey.
All right, moving on. The Girls Make Games 2018 results are in, and Shredded Secrets has won. Layla Shabir created Girls Make Games 4 years ago in an effort to bridge the massive gender gap in the video game industry. Each year, the foundation runs 3-week summer camps around the country to foster a love of design and programming in like-minded girls with the goal of teaching them how to create their own video games. After all, the best way to deal with gender disparity in gaming is to have more female devs, right? Developers. This year, 33 teams of girls between the ages of 8 and 17 learned how to design and program games at PlayStation's San Mateo campus. 5 of those 33 teams made it to Demo Day to pitch their games to a panel of industry judges, which included Microsoft's Phil Spencer, Nintendo Executive VP of Business Affairs, Devin Pritchard, and Caffeine's Senior VP of Business Development, Anna Sweet. PlayStation President and CEO John Codera, Chairman of Worldwide Studios Sean Layden, and Vice President of Product Development at Worldwide Studios Connie Booth also joined the list of industry judges, which is hella cool when you think about it. Mm-hmm. And now, from Game Rant's report, the winning team this year was Team Sarcastic Shark Clouds.
Awesome.
Great name. Which is the team name alone would have won the team for me.
Are they angry clouds?
They're shark clouds. They must
Sarcastic
be part of
shark
Sharknado.
clouds.
Sarcastic shark clouds. Yes, they're angry.
Who created a game that takes a multi-narrative approach to bullying, presenting the issue from both the victim's and the bully's perspective.
Huh.
The game's title is Shredded Secrets, and it is an emotional journey through 4 characters and their experience with school and life. The game shows how people from different backgrounds can overcome adversity together. Shredded Secrets impressed the industry experts so much that it is going to be made into a full game over the next year to be published on Steam and console.
Yay!
For Shabir, it is her hope that Girls Make Games can provide the same validation and access to education, which is the best form of empowerment, to girls everywhere. And is evident in the quality of the games produced at the event. Girls Make Games is certainly a great start. Other winners included the games Detective Blobfish, a horror game titled Luca, an educational title KO, and The Return. All the 2018 Demo Day games are free to download and play on the Girls Make Games website, and you can check out the Shredded Secrets trailer, which will be included on that site. So that's good stuff. That's very cool. It's very promising.
Yes.
I like the way that's coming about. Anybody else have any more of the commentary, or we'll just keep moving on next?
I definitely want to check that out.
All right.
Yeah, that's something I definitely want to learn more about.
Sherry, when we broadcast this particular podcast, can you throw that link up in the comments? There we go. So we'll have that out there.
Absolutely.
So you can throw up too.
What's that?
We're not throwing up.
And we're not throwing up.
No, that was me last night. I didn't.
Aw.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
All right.
Dun dun dun.
This one's going to be near and dear to my heart because whenever we start talking about tabletop gaming,
Gygax.
that's like one of the gods of the pantheon in my book.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's to go to video games though.
Well, here, let me talk about the story first. Gary Gygax, intellectual property to be made available for video games. And that's the head scratcher part, but we'll roll with it.
Oy.
The Gygax Trust and community publishing platform Fig collaborate to bring unpublished works to life. Unpublished works from famed game designer and co-creator of Dungeons & Dragons will be made into video games using the Fig platform. Fig is the only community publishing platform created by gamers for gamers that offers rewards and investment-based funding, and the Gygax Trust, who owns unpublished IP from Gary Gygax, the famed game designer and co-creator of Dungeons & Dragons, are working to develop and publish video games based on Gary's work that formed the inspiration for creating Dungeons & Dragons in the first place. Leveraging Fig's community publishing platform, the Gygax Trust will work with Fig to find developers for Gary's IP, launch Fig campaigns, and publish several titles. Additional information will be announced later this year. Here's a quote. "The words and characters to be discovered in my husband's unpublished intellectual property are an incredibly important part of his legacy." And this comment came from Gail Gygax. Therefore, it was paramount that we partner with an advanced and innovative platform such as Fig that gave us complete control of his creative vision. And then Alex Gygax, his son, was quoted as saying, "As a gamer, I want to bring my father's work to life in a medium that I enjoy. I'm looking forward to working with talented developers who love my father's work as much as I do." And that was Alex Gygax, CEO of Gygax Games. Now, that's where I'm going to go off text right now, and I want to talk about this for a second. D&D, in my opinion, and I think I'm shared by most of the folks here in the room, is having a resurgence. It's virtually mainstream at this point.
Yeah.
And people are flocking to their dining room tables en masse. Why would you go video?
Well, Alex says that paper and pen is a dying art. Computer games, video games, they're the next generation, the next wave of games, and I want to see them on that new medium.
Hey!
Which is just
Seriously,
which just boggles my mind. I mean, some of the statistics here in the article says that since 2013, the hobby game market has gone from 700 million to 1.4 billion, with tabletop RPGs leaping from 15 million to 45 million, a threefold growth in just the last 5 years.
I mean, we've talked to Jeremy Crawford on this podcast, and we've gotten his view on how things are unfolding. And seriously, there's podcasts and video streams and people talking about, getting the next book and, being at their next table. And it's more popular now than it's ever been before. And to say it's a dying art seems strange.
Yeah, for the love of God,
me.
the man made me cry.
Well, I think in the day and age of technology, truly, pen and paper is a dying art in just how many people are whatever into their electronics. So therefore, I think us as adults in this generation, having people come back to paper and pen needs to be a little more
Prevalent?
yes, because I mean, the social aspect is dying because of all the electronics. Yeah, it's all well and good that they have video games and things out there that people can collaborate, and yes, but to just go full steam ahead in regards to this, I don't think it's the best thing ever. Because I mean, how many times during the week do we game and get together with our friends? And
You've got usually 3 or 4 games going at any given moment.
right.
In time.
I mean, granted, yeah, some of us are on our phones during that time, but we're also from a generation where we can multitask and be listening to the story and then be able to jump in and actually do the socialization piece. And I think that's part of where things fall apart is the socialization piece, because people get so frustrated playing games online that they rage quit, and then there's swearing, and then there's whatever, and people get banned from whatever because they're like, oh, since I'm behind a screen and I'm on a headset, you don't really know who I am, so therefore I can report you to Microsoft or report you to here because I'm offended by what you said.
Yeah,
and then they don't have to take any responsibility for it.
That's
so
an entirely
it's
different talk too. There's a whole discussion off of that.
But I think that's a main issue that's happening in regards to the video game industry.
It's funny, for a dying art, we not too long ago were playing at a game shop, and we were the first people to join, and they had to bring in a second DM. There were so many people, and then they had to bring in a third, and they had to bring in a fourth because so many people showed up and wanted to play that they just couldn't put everybody at one table.
My table today, if everyone was there, it would be 11.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm down 2, so that's why Ian can play. Ian can play because I'm down 2, so
I'm a
therefore
filler character.
I don't have 11. So
Then we're playing online in another group,
He's Elvis from Account Temps.
and
Bob from
State Farm.
Farm.
while you're talking about the socialization, we actually got to go hang out with them.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago. Well, July.
Yeah.
So,
So
a month ago.
I'm going to protest Alex's assertion that pen and paper is a dying art. I think it's stronger now than it has been in a long time, and I think there's always going to be a market for it. There's going to be the diehard folks. There's going to be people, and everything old becomes new again. So even when most of us are in our nursing home days and we're rolling dice, and our hands are shaking with Parkinson's, so it makes it easier to roll dice. Our books will pass down to somebody else, and somebody will pick them up, and you'll see a resurgence. Maybe it's 7th edition or 8th edition of D&D, because we're on 5th right now. Maybe it'll 15th edition. Who knows? But I don't think that pen and paper is ever going to be truly dying.
Well, just look at my 10-year-old. He's like, when can I play? When can I play? I'm like, I'm like, right now, I say 12, just because I want that maturity level in his ability to maintain his attention. Because Tyler started at 12, Hunter started at 10 or 11 or 12, but Hunter is an entity upon herself.
Yeah, she's 21 going on 47.
I think she's going to be 24.
24 going on 47?
Yes.
Right.
She's more mature than the rest of us.
Yeah, she's more mature than I am. I know that for sure.
There's always a place for a time for the video games and things like that. But
Chris and I are becoming a bit of Kickstarter fanatics, and the main things that we've been kickstarting in this past year have been new RPGs.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've kickstarted 5.
And
So
things
far?
things that have gone along with that, like covers for
Oh my God,
books
we have the most
that are-
beautiful leather covers for our gaming.
and dice rolling mats. There's
Nice.
all kinds of neat stuff.
My husband kickstarted the Dwarven Forge cavern and room pieces.
Mm-hmm.
All those stone maze building and
Nice.
dungeon building, dungeon
Mm-hmm.
tiles, and all, that was all like part of a Kickstarter.
Yeah. Oh, I just got that dystopian one that we were telling you
We
about.
keeping you awake, Ian?
He's a teenager. He could sleep
He
anywhere.
went to bed at like 2 or so this morning.
3.
And speaking of that, we spent I spent several hours talking to another podcaster on Tuesday that the initial we started talking about was gaming with his children. And he wanted to build from there, and he was wondering where to go from it. So we started talking about it because of our previous podcast talking about that with Ian, Ethan, Schoonover. And so it's,
We're making friends.
We're making friends and
because
getting
of RPGs.
3 hours talking to somebody because of that. I mean, it was amazing.
Now, all armchair quarterbacking aside on the decision of how to present the information, I'm looking forward to seeing the information nonetheless,
Right.
just to see
Yeah.
Gygax's notes about
I want
how
to see his new dungeon.
I would love to see something that was created by Gary himself. I think I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I'll jump in on this fig stuff. I mean, because I want to see it. I want to experience something that Gary created.
Me in a 10 by 10 room with a door.
Yeah, 10 by 10 room with a door and a chest.
That's usually a mimic.
Yeah.
That goes to another door.
Yes.
Another 10 by 10 room.
So.
And there's my cat.
Mimic.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, moving on. Is DC Universe worth adding another streaming service to your list for?
I have debated this for the past month, and I haven't done it yet. But what is it, like $75 a month if you pre-order it?
It's
before-
for 15 months.
For a
You can
year.
pre-order it 15 months for $74.99, less than $5 a month.
And for
Or-
some reason, I haven't. My birthday was not too long ago, and I was hoping someone would do it for me. But I don't think. I honestly didn't.
I don't know.
I don't think people knew about. Like, I know it exists, whereas many people in my life have no idea.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can pre-order it now, 15 months for $74.99, which is less than $5 a month. Or you could do it monthly payments that are $7.99 a month. So
But I can't keep up with the stuff I want to watch and read now.
on the other stuff, I'm just like on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. I mean, I just got 2 episodes on Amazon that Riker paid for me. Thank you.
I
Love
think
his Google Play, whatever.
Whoopsie.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't, as you said, I can't keep up with the stuff that's on Netflix and Hulu.
I mean, right now, Supergirl is one of my favorite shows, and I think I have 23 episodes I still have to catch up on.
we've got more than that.
So I have the whole series to
Yeah,
catch up on. So
That would be it.
Well, we got like the text is saying here: Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and a dozen other streaming services compete for our money and attention. And now DC Comics is throwing their hat in the ring. The DC Universe offers more than the DC content already released. DC Universe plans to release original content and give fans access to their digital comics, members-only merch, all in one place. But what fans need to know is what they can expect from the DC original content. What digital items will be available and how much things are going to cost. Now, Nerd Bastards dive into give the fans the answers they need and decide if another streaming service is worth it. DC Universe has to bring something unique to the table in order for the vast majority of fans to find the service worth getting. Otherwise, fans will wait until they hit DVD, Blu-ray, or iTunes and won't bother with the streaming service. New content is a big incentive. DC Universe original content that you can't get anywhere else will pique interest, and DC Universe delivered Titans, a live-action Teen Titans, comes out in the fall of 2018.
Otherwise known as F Batman.
Yeah, seriously. They got some other titles
so
here:
edgy.
Swamp Thing, Stargirl, Harley Quinn, Doom Patrol, and a much-asked-for third season of Young Justice are all slated for a
Put it back on
2019
Netflix.
I was gonna
release.
say I want it
Yeah.
back on Netflix.
And
That's the thing I'm worried
Monk wants
about.
to pay for this. I could see your face.
I would rather have it
it on Netflix.
Yeah, 'cause you mean 'cause
already
it's
on
something
Netflix.
that you don't
Don't have to pay
pay
for
for?
because we're Nice.
See, that's the thing is I'll get a streaming service if it's like if there's one thing that I want to see. I have Hulu specifically because I wanted to see Handmaid's Tale. And we got HBO on demand because in anticipation of American Gods coming out again. But
Wasn't American Gods on AMC?
HBO. It was HBO.
It was HBO.
It was an HBO show.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I watched it streaming. I don't have HBO, and I saw the first season. Huh. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I
one of
mean,
those shows I have to catch up on eventually.
I want to say I'm not a huge DC fan, so therefore I wouldn't spend the money for it.
Yeah.
But that's
Like
me
CBS
personally.
has Star Trek Discovery, which I have not had a chance to see
so
yet because
does
I don't
it
have the
access?
streaming service. So I'll do CBS All Access, especially because they just busted out the news that Patrick Stewart is going to reprise Jean-Luc Picard in a new series.
That might make me.
And
Yeah,
that
that might-
solidified it for me.
Make it so.
Make it so.
Engage.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this.
So yeah, I don't know.
And considering, I have been really considering it because I love Anthony Rapp so much. And
Yeah.
he's on Discovery.
Oh, right. He's on Discovery. Yep. He's on he's one of the crew. One of the bridge
Speaking
crew.
of our.
I did not
episode.
know that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ren.
Oh, American Gods was on Stars,
Okay.
Was it Stars?
which I do have, which would make sense why I saw it.
Becca, can you see yourself dropping $5 a month to have access to the whole DC universe?
No.
Say it right into the microphone, honey.
No.
There you go.
Now, why is that?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't even have money.
Two,
Good
she
answer.
won't-
The
two,
end.
she won't have time
College
being
kid.
a big fish in a small pond in the honors
Yeah, there you go.
program.
See, all
Making
I really want to
fingers.
see is that third season Young Justice, and I'm not dropping that much money for just that.
There you go.
But it also depends on what
I'm
comic
considering
books.
it.
What's that,
just
Billy?
for that.
I want to know comic books they're
Yeah, what
dropping.
did
Is
you
it
watch?
an access
Young
to
Justice.
the history of DC Comics? Is it
Oh wait.
the new issues for the month? 6 months old? I don't know.
So you need a little more information before you
Yeah,
make that call.
And if they're, I'm going to be really sad, and they are going to do it. They're going to move Arrow and Flash and all
Yeah.
those to from Netflix
To this.
to this, which
I would bet they would. Yeah.
I
They
don't
already
want them
moved Young
to.
Justice.
Yeah.
Netflix is getting gutted little by little. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
That,
Yeah.
like, stuff, when people are realizing they can do their own streaming thing, they're taking their properties off of Netflix.
Which is going to
Well,
happen
I'm
with Marvel
hoping
really
that'll
soon.
still be on the
Yeah.
CW.
But Netflix has been doing a lot more original, and I have to say I've really enjoyed.
Netflix
some
has
of
done a
their
lot of really good
originals.
stuff, yeah.
We binge watched Grace and Frankie and loved every minute of it.
Yeah,
It's
Erica's been
amazing.
into that one, but I never really got into it.
Oh, it's
I mean, there's only
amazing.
so many weed jokes that Lily Tomlin can make before it's like, okay, can we move on? You know,
Lost in Spaces.
Lost in Space
I
was
like that,
really good.
yeah.
I've
I
seen
did
the
enjoy
first
that.
episode, waiting to get back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Wait
don't
no
know.
longer. Go forth and adventure into that. Do you see people like sharing streaming services? Like Tanya, you've got Netflix. I'll hook you up with DC, and then Billy, you do CBS, and we'll all switch
Share.
each other's. We'll share each other's accounts.
For
and
sure,
stuff.
I do that now with a couple people.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's a
we do
couple
too.
people that have my WWE network.
Who's got
info
the
and-
HBO to go, and then I'm all set.
Actually,
There you
my
go.
brother-in-law. But like, I have Deanna's Hulu account. I've got, you know,
Yeah. I mean,
so-
because I have Netflix and I have Hulu currently, and
You know, and that's the thing is, when does that five-headed snake rear its ugly head? When people realize, oh, well, they've been sharing accounts. Well, here's what we're going to do to make sure that you're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, here's the internet police.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I know in regards to my Netflix account, I can have it going on, I think, 5 devices or 4 devices for what I pay.
Yeah.
Because I had like backed it down for one of the payments, like changed the membership, and then I'm like, ooh, I could only have it on like 2 devices, and like someone was on it downstairs and I was on it upstairs, and then the third person wanted to get on it and they couldn't, so like the next month I bumped the membership back up. But I want to say it's like 4 devices at one time.
Yeah, that's what we
So
have
you can
to.
watch it 4 places
Four different places.
at the same time.
Off to my far left, there is a hand sticking up. Yes, Monk.
Thought just occurred to me.
Uh-oh.
I may get it not just for the 3rd season of Young Justice, maybe for the second 2 as. Oh, hello.
My microphone collapsed. Hang on a second. I'm going to make more noise. There we go. Sorry about that.
Maybe for
Carrying
the
on.
first 2 seasons as well as the 2001 Justice League and Unlimited Justice League Unlimited.
But there's
cartoons.
there's characters that are going to have original series that I really want to see. I'd love to see a Harley Quinn TV show. I'd love to see a Doom Patrol TV show.
It should be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. All right, so, you know that the Monkey Business crew, we're all going to be trading accounts. Like, here.
So if any of you guys have an
We would
account
never do
that
that.
would like to share,
We're not fostering piracy. We're just, it's a communal effort. We all live together. Here's the secret that we haven't been talking about.
We all live
together
like the
anyway.
monkeys?
Yeah.
We have a compound
Yeah.
in a secret location.
That's why we're Monkey Business.
That is.
walking down the
street, we get the funniest looks from everyone we meet.
Hey, we're the
See,
monkeys.
I start, they finish. It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're done.
And it's Tanya's turn to clean the kitchen when we get home. All right, so I'm just saying that right now.
And the bathroom. Oh, my God.
No.
I'll clean the bathroom.
Yeah, we got monks for the bathroom. I got living room and dining room.
I'll go to bed.
Ian's gonna go to bed. Anyway, so there's lots to talk about going on out there, and we'll keep doing Nerd World News every so often just to make sure that we're getting these discussion points out there in the open. We'd love to hear your opinions.
Please,
so when
please.
you so comment on the link on the FC3 board, and we'll be happy to hear from you. So and I'm being handed some more stuff. So we're going.
This just in.
This just in. All right, we have our events coming up soon. So we have Cosplay Day with FC3 Cosplay Ambassadors. Hang out and meet other cosplayers and aspiring cosplayers. Plans will be discussed for an upcoming series of Cosplay 101. And that's going to be August 26th from 3 to 6 at Pop Rock Comics, Caffeine and Culture on East Avenue. And again, that's August 26th from 3 to 6 in the evening. Pop Rock Comics, Caffeine and Culture on East Avenue. Cosplay Day with the FC3 Cosplay Ambassadors. Also coming up in October, just shy of Halloween, you're going to be dealing with the Flower City Mini-Con. We're back at the Howlett Halls.
Dealing?
Of the you just threw me off there. You just threw me.
Sorry,
Now,
but I was
give
just
her,
like,
give her the.
We're dealing with the FC3 Minicon.
The
Yeah,
Green Street
there's-
Center Mall movie
I
corridor.
don't think we're that hard to deal with.
Oh, come on. It's all part of the fun. But, if you want to keep throwing me off my stride, that's
Absolutely.
perfectly fine.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna break his stride. Ain't gonna slow him
I
down.
love that song.
I do not have the concentration levels I need yet.
Keep on moving.
Who was that?
Matthew Wilder?
Matthew Wilder. That's it.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm thinking of right now is
He's mad at me.
Michael Penn.
No Myth.
No
That's
Myth's a
a
great
great
song.
song.
I love that song. This tangent is all brought to you by Tanya Metris.
Okay, the Flower City Minicon.
Uh-huh.
Exhibitors,
Yeah.
vendors, and artists. Tables for that weekend are only $75. Please contact Brian at fc3roc.org if you are interested. And remember, that is October 27th and 28th at the Grease Ridge Mall.
See, you don't need me anymore.
We
I'm
always
going to
need
stay
you.
home on podcasting days. I'm just
No.
going to let Tanya take over the show.
No, that'll be
That's the
Sherry
thing.
and Tanya taking over the show.
You want to be a part of the FC3 Monkey Business and the Mighty
Soon,
Monkey
Tanya.
Corporation? There are a few ways of doing that. The first way to do that is to become a sponsor. We have sponsorship levels of all kinds and are even willing to create custom sponsorship packets. Please contact us at sponsorships@fc3roc.org. The next way to support us is by supporting us on Patreon. Check us out at www.patreon.com/FC3ROC. And all membership levels will include access to the Patreon-only blog, plus tons of great perks at all levels. Want to help others find the show? Leave us a review wherever you listen to us. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Podbean, YouTube, and Stitcher. Is there a place you find your podcast can't find FC3 Monkey Business? Let us know, and we'll do what we can to fix that.
You know what's always fun? When
What?
I'm just wandering around the internet and I find we're on something else.
Did you find us on something else?
Blueberry.
We're on Blueberry now?
Blueberry.
We're on Blueberry.
What the heck is Blueberry?
Muffins.
Ian's like, yes.
It's another thing like Podbean.
It's another thing like BlackBerry.
And I have no idea how we got
I had
on
a
there.
BlackBerry at one time.
We
know how we
spread
got on
slowly
Blueberry.
like grass seed.
In a Minecraft.
In a Minecraft.
We're like fungus.
But we don't itch as much.
And we're pretty fun.
We are fun guys. Anyway, and please follow us on Twitter at FC3MB Podcast. If you do, say hi. We love it when you say hi, and more often than not, we'll definitely be saying hi back.
And that would be BLUBRRY.
Yes.
For blueberry.
Yeah.
Burry.
Burry.
Because somebody
So
from
find us there, too.
the upper Midwest, Blueberry.
Blueberry.
All right. Okay, so question of the week.
Yes?
It's our usual standby go-to question of the week. What are you doing, watching, reading, playing, or listening that is making your geeky heart happy? Becca,
Hello.
what are you doing that's making you happy these days?
All right, might make me a little trashy, but there's this one app called the Arcana, which is kind of a romance thing. Where you go down 3 different pathways with 3 different main characters, and it updates every now and then. And the new update just came out, which was the devil, and my soul is gone.
I have to look at that one now.
Damn it. I hate
Sherry
when that
gave me one for
happens.
choices, and now...
So it's a romance, trashy romance novel, but choose your own adventure app.
Kind
Did I get that right?
Not
Kind of?
necessarily choose
a
your own
mystic
adventure.
romance.
Yeah.
Is it geared towards the females, or is it anybody can play this game?
Anybody.
Anybody can play the game?
Yeah,
All right.
you play as like an apprentice who's never shown, and you can like choose pronouns between like he, she, they, them, and like you can choose your own name.
A mystic romance, right?
I want you bring something up with pronouns and whatnot. That's something I want to talk about further in another podcast. It's so hard with gender fluidity and all that stuff. It's so hard to walk carefully through that. Do you find problems in that situation? Do you say like, oh, how's she doing? That's not a she. Oh yeah, but she's got breasts.
Never come across it.
Okay.
Actually,
That's something
you see
I think
it happen more on the internet
Okay.
sometimes.
Uh-huh.
But like I've actually not come across that in real life.
Okay. We've kind of
I
skirted
have.
past it on a couple of occasions. We've had some people who are, who do identify differently than what they appear, and so it's always a challenge. And I always want to be as respectful as possible.
Whenever I do officiating at roller derby tournaments, we go around the room before a game and say who we are and what our positions are. And recently, at least with our league, we've also started saying and preferred pronouns.
Interesting.
And we have come across, and we do have people who officiate with us who do not use he, she pronouns.
Interesting.
Just
I'm
a
going
way
to be
of-
honest.
Just a way of being respectful.
Like I said, I do want to be respectful, and I want to learn, and I want to understand. But I'm going to be honest. I don't get it. I don't understand that. But I'm willing to be educated, I suppose. But we'll have the discussion on that another time. Sherry, what's making your geeky little heart happy this week?
Actually, can we go to Chris and then come back to me?
We could do that, Chris.
Okay, so yesterday we went to a lovely little
Love
con.
was such an easy game to play.
Yesterday.
Wow, you just threw me off now.
It's going around.
We went to a lovely little con in Utica
Oh yeah.
at the Utica Public Library.
Which one's that one?
Fandemicon.
Fandemicon.
Great
And
name.
It is good.
and it is literally meant for as many fandoms as you could possibly think of.
I saw some great cosplay photos from
Yeah,
that
you guys
yesterday.
you guys took some great
We
pics.
took and there's pictures of me floating around in a kilt again.
Next to an R unit.
Yeah, R2. Yeah.
R2?
And Iron Man.
Nice.
I missed the Iron Man one.
You got to see the Iron Man one. The Iron Man
will-
one's
I
funny.
will show you the
Chris
Iron
is
Man
going to be the new sidekick, Iron Kilt.
I don't want to. You know what?
Iron kilt.
Yeah, I kind of have one at home too.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's
Billy's
chainmail.
laughing at-
That I made
Chainmail
for
kilt.
Sherry. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways,
So,
so we met several artists, and the program I work for, called Fine Arc at
Right.
the Arc of Oneida Lewis County, made the signage for it, which we tried to hit as many different fandoms as we could. You know, there's a big 20-sided die. There's stuff from steampunk, Marvel, DC, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, you name it, it's probably on there. Star Wars, Star Trek. What else? Oh, geez, there's all kinds of crap.
Star
on it.
Search.
Yeah. Which is not on there, and if you really want that, I can get that.
I'm
on
sure
that
we can
side.
make that happen. Yeah.
Anyways,
it's all gold.
it's put on by the Utica Public Library, which is also non for profit, and it is specifically geared towards children, but it translates to adults so wonderfully.
It's a wonderful show.
It's a great show.
Kids at heart.
It's only in its third year, and they fill the library.
Nice.
And they also do an art a juried art exhibit, fan art specifically, and I had the honor, Sherry and I both had the honor, and our cousin Melanie, of judging in it.
Nice.
So that was extremely difficult.
Yeah.
Because there was such amazing artwork.
Tough choices.
Absolutely. But it was just a great time. Lots of different cosplayers. Lots of different artists. Lots of different local. What's the word I'm looking for? Vendors. Excuse me.
Exhibitors.
Yeah, I just lost it there for a second. But yeah, great time, and the library staff are wonderful.
That's great. That's the bonus.
Yes, Amanda, who took over doing this, actually talked to us about helping out a bit, and next year we're probably gonna. So that'll be great. And Sherry's going to talk about it now because now it goes to her geeky little thing.
Yes. We met some really, really talented artists, and there were two in particular that I wanted to bring up. One is a comic book artist named Charles Barnett III. And I have to say, I've been to quite a few conventions now, and this is the first time I've actually bought artwork for myself from a comic book artist ever. And I got a beautiful limited edition print of Wonder Woman.
Oh, that is badass. That is good.
Let me see.
You got to make sure when you post this particular podcast, put that up.
Ooh,
Post that up.
nice.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yes.
And I got
She's got a 6-pack.
Yeah. I also picked up
Tough.
I picked up a black cat.
And yet delicate at the same time.
Yes.
Very.
Stately,
It's amazing.
and I also got a black cat print. I got a Flash, and I got a
Sexier Wonder Woman.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
another Wonder Woman.
which actually to me it doesn't look like Diana.
No?
It looks like Artemis.
Okay.
But from the comic, when Artemis took over, no, it doesn't look like her. But
Gotcha.
But so yes, and Monk had already actually bought from this artist in the past at Scaricon, I believe it was.
No, I think it was Fandemicon years past.
Yeah, he has 4 different Doctor Who's.
Nice.
I
like this guy already.
David Tennant. I got Black Widow. I have Captain America.
But he also has the 4th Doctor
Do a prosthetic knee.
and he's 4th Doctor, the 9th Doctor, 10th and 11th.
Okay.
So, and he says the next one's going to be Capaldi.
Cool. So that's
This is
my
next
guy
one.
right there.
So I have him, and we also met a really neat guy named Sean Usick, who does fantasy artwork, really beautiful stuff. And for anybody who plays D&D and would like pictures of their characters, I will also link to him because he does custom character commissions for $40.
That's not bad.
That's crazy good.
it's digital, by the way.
It's digital, but it's beautiful work.
And if you order a commission, he will resell it
Okay.
for that price. If you would like your own personal, that's it. Nobody else gets it. It's a couple hundred.
It's 200, which is
was
what you normally. No, it's 2.
I
No,
thought
he
you
said it was 2.
Okay.
No, I see. If I have him commission one of my D&D characters, I want to share the awesomeness of who I am with people.
And he does this really neat thing. The pictures are 8 by 10, and or actually 8.5 by 11.
Okay.
And they're folders.
Okay.
And so it's inside the folder. So when you open up the folder, you have the picture here on the right side, and then you can put your character sheet
Nice.
on the left side.
Oh, I'm so in.
That's how he designed it.
I'm
They're
so
not
all
pocket
in.
folders. It's just a folded.
Yeah. So, but it's so neat. So you can have your picture of your character right there with your character
I'm all
sheet.
in on that idea.
They're wonderful.
Yeah,
He does
he's
I have
amazing
a few that I
work.
want to get done now.
Really, really talented.
I'm going to be spending like $300 with this guy by the end of the year. All right, Tanya.
I'm gearing up to potentially knock some characters down.
Yay, she's DMing tonight. Which kind of
I got to fix someone's little red wagon today.
Sean bit off more than he can chew when
No,
you pissed
not
off the
Sean.
DM. No,
That's not
Evans.
Sean, it's Evan.
Evan's in trouble.
No,
See,
no.
that-
But if Sean,
she's looking at you,
we were
boy.
talking about Sean's character died last night, and we're like, if I kill him today, and then Randy can kill him on Tuesday, to be a trifecta.
Okay.
That
Tanya,
Yeah.
last time Chris and I played,
We all died.
almost TPK.
Oh, Randy did that. Randy did that in the Tomb of
Horrors.
Horrors. TPK with a trap.
Yep.
And Sean was the one's like, oh, well, if the door closes, we want everyone in here so we're not locked out or not half and half. Well, the door closed and
And
the
the trap.
floor went poof. and smushed us all into the ceiling except for like the 3 characters that weren't there that night.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 that lived. But they happened to have not been there. Had they had actually been in my basement, the whole party would have been done. We're okay, what are we playing next?
Yeah.
Rex Fall, everybody dies.
There it is.
Thank you, Randy Milhouse.
Yes.
See, and that dovetails into what's making my little geeky heart happy is I'm getting to play D&D tonight. So
Yes.
anyway.
And starting next week, you'll be able to play
Basic
back on
DuckTales.
Thursdays because we're moving from Tuesday to
I'm
Thursday.
going to start moving, getting my Geomancer back up and running. Bill.
Yes, sir.
Billy.
I just picked up a book at the library. I'm really looking forward to reading. It's a couple years old at this point now, but it's called Sick in the Head. Mm-hmm. It's Judd Apatow interviewing a few dozen comedians.
Oh, nice.
About their journey into comedy, what is funny to them, how they became funny people, that type of thing. So,
Or a journey into to comedy, or as we like to call it, a descent into madness.
Yeah, so everybody from the early comedians of, say, the 50s and 60s who are still around, up to the modern day folks like Louis C.K. and
Very cool.
John
So-
Mulaney?
he might be in there. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. Is he your favorite, Becca?
I love John Mulaney. He's
Okay.
also a fan favorite on the campus so far.
Gotcha.
So
At
we
Clarkson.
just quote him to each other.
He
Not
may
Clarksville.
actually be in the book.
Nice.
So
That's
Ian?
very cool. That sounds awesome.
That does sound cool. You got to let me know how that book is.
I will.
All right, and then we're going to wrap up with the 2 junior members on the panel. We'll go with Mr. Ian Christopher first.
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping right now?
Not sleeping.
Not
Resting
sleeping.
my eyes thoroughly.
That's
What's
what they
making
all
your
say.
geeky little heart happy over there, buddy?
Dave Matthews Band.
Nice.
Really? I don't hate them. You just don't strike me as.
Well, remember. That's awesome. Billy,
Whoever
remember.
whose father is.
Remember,
What?
kids can be influenced by their parents. And I
okay.
purchased a couple of Dave Matthews CDs because I used to have all of them, and then I got rid of them, go to digital. But then now in my car, I have a CD player, so I've been picking them up slowly but
Okay.
surely.
I liked him gradually.
And
So
I
you
have-
were singing
younger.
in the elevator today?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I have
Okay.
Under the Table and Dreaming right now is in the
Oh,
CD
sure,
changer.
the classic.
Oh, yeah.
First album.
Well, second.
Second
I
album?
think
Catcha.
it's.
That's
yeah.
why I screamed, "Help me!" today.
Panic at the Disco.
They were singing in the elevator.
Oh,
So,
Panic
but
at
it's
the
so
Disco.
cool when I play music that I like, and I'm not sure if the kids are going to, and Ian more often than not gets into everything I listen to, which I love it. It's just so cool to be able to share that with them.
And isn't Jules a Collective Soul fan from
No.
her entire life?
Not really. I mean, she
is
recognizes
a
the
horrible
music.
dog taste.
She recognizes the music, but she's not as into it as I am.
But I thought she said that I've been loving your music for my entire life.
Yeah, well, when you're standing in front of Ed Roland, you're going to say nice things to him at the moment. You know, that was hilarious. The first time I ever got to meet him face to face, I'm shaking his hand, and there's my daughter not knowing what the hell to say. I've loved your music all my life.
She has horrible music taste. I'm saying it now.
Yeah, her decisions are sometimes weird.
Remind me sometime to tell you about when Melanie met her music hero.
Okay, next week.
Yeah.
On Monkey Business.
Was one of our heroes, too.
Nice.
And I'm sure is one of yours.
Oh yeah, who is it?
Henry Rollins.
Oh, you see, I really like it when he's actually. I don't like his music. I like his speaking.
yeah,
That's
me
what
too.
we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Okay. Yeah. When
Well,
he's presenting,
But she
he's,
loved his
We
music.
love
his
punk,
attitude
too, so, you know.
his attitude's awesome. He's just a great guy.
Yes, yes.
Monkey Girl, take us home.
At Fandemicon, I bought the cutest thing ever.
she's so cute talking about it.
Which there is a picture.
Yes,
What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you
Like
get? I asked you
15
3
of
freaking
them.
times. What'd you get?
I got a Loki pony.
Oh no.
A Loki pony?
Plushie pony.
A plushie. So My Little Pony Loki.
Yes, he's currently my Facebook
boy.
picture.
Oh,
Profile
boy.
pic.
My little Loki is guardian ponies.
We lost Becca.
Yeah.
He's in cube form. I love him.
Monk, come here. I want to see it.
Here.
All right, Billy. On that happy and pious note,
I
I think I've heard
I
enough
saw
so
that
far
earlier. I
this week.
didn't know what exactly it was.
Yikes.
I really wish he had a removable cape.
And that has been Monkey Business for the week.
You can make one.
We are the Mighty Monkey Corporation. And follow us on Facebook. Love us on Twitter. Follow us everywhere you go, and we'll take you to where the entertainment is. When you
We're
see
done.
My Little Loki, that's just, it's...
Wait till you see him with me in the kilt.
I'm done. I'm done. That's great.
I think we're all done today.
You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you all next Wednesday.
Dun, dun.